Oh my God, you guys. I probably shouldn't be making this video. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda. I am a small reseller. I currently sell on eBay, Niknax, as well as on Whatnot. So a few videos back, I did part 1 of this now part 2 video, which features this sewing machine. This is a Ward's signature zigzag sewing machine. It dates to the 60s, maybe early 70s. It is made in Japan. It belonged to my grandmother and had been in storage for a very long time. And so the last video, we just kind of did some light cleanup of it and checked over the exterior just to see what kind of condition things were in underneath some of the dirt that had settled. So today I want to go through the steps in the booklet, which I do actually have the original booklet. I found that in that part 1 video too, oddly. But I have printed out this booklet as well. And so we'll go through that and the steps of setting up the machine. Of course, in the last video, this machine was also in a cabinet and the lid on the cabinet was getting pretty warped. And so I went ahead and removed it from the cabinet. And now we're going to find out what kind of condition the machine itself actually is in. Your new signature zigzag sewing machine is more than a practical homemaking aid. In addition to doing your mending, it provides a challenge to your ingenuity and the means to expressing your personality in clothing, home decorations, and accessories, and saves you money besides. So I figured we would start with going through some of these contents in this little box here. And I guess this is the original piece that would have come in that little box, and it has a list of all the different attachments. I know like the screwdrivers are missing and stuff like that, but let's see what all we do have. So we've got one little bobbin dude with, it looks like black thread on it. Right on. This thing, I suppose we might figure out, or I might figure out what some of these things are as we go. But I thought we'd go ahead and lay them out just in case we get to a spot that says we need something that looks like that. And I'm going to dust them off too while I'm laying them out. This is a foot of some kind. Hi, Theodore. Another little foot guy here. There is one on the sewing machine, and there is a needle already on the sewing machine as well. Here's the piece, the like case piece, I think, that probably holds the bobbin. Is that right? We'll find out in a minute. I was reading through the manual a little while ago, and it dawned on me that there was no way I was going to memorize all this information. So I thought, we're just going to wing it. We're just going to start the video and see what happens. So this could be a total fail. I probably should have started with that. This could be a total fail. This could be a total waste of your time. I don't know. Anyway, we got this piece. That I'm guessing this sits into. So I'm gonna leave them together for now. What would you like, Theodore? Oh, we got another foot. What's up, buddy? You want to learn to sew? Okay, cool. Well, you shed enough. We could use your hair. Sew us something, or knit. All right, so another foot here. All right, so looking at them, yeah, there's 2 feet, but they are different feet. Like this one, the legs are closed. This one, they're open. I don't know. Then there's this kind of I don't know, it's some kind of foot. It's like a plastic foot and it has little metal rollers on it. I honestly don't know that I've ever seen this kind. What do you use this for? We'll find out, won't we? Whoa, it slides open. It goes like this. Okay. Right on. So another foot thing for something special. Oh, here's another foot. Legs are Indian style. Not just closed, but crossed. They're crossed. Maybe that's a good way to remember what these feet are when we learn what each one of them's for. Assuming we are able to get that far that we learn what each one of them is for. What would this be for? It's a type of foot. So it would sit up in the machine. Like this is the attached part. I don't know what you stick in this claw-like thing. This one looks a little angry. All right. Oh, there's a tiny little broom thing here. Oh, another plastic foot. Let's dust him off. Now the other ones are all silver toned, and this guy's a gold toned leg on him, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if he would have originally come with it or not. Because I feel like these would have been original, and then why is he gold toned? I don't know. Anyway, another plastic foot. Put him by the other one. Oh, another plastic foot. Another... Maybe these are just extra ones. I think that's it. That could be it. What's the difference between these? There really doesn't look like there's a difference between these two. They both look the same to me. They just must be extras. Here's something that I don't know what it is, and it may not even go to the machine. It looks like a teeny tiny license plate, maybe. All right, this one says 100/16. And I don't know what that means, but that's what it says up on here. 100/16. Okay. This one says Schmetz 110/18. A Schmetz needle, I don't know. You guys definitely drop comments, and don't be afraid to correct me. Don't be afraid to fill my brain with knowledge. That's what the whole video is about, is just learning a little something something. So drop comments with all of your good sewing knowledge and stuff, and sewing machine knowledge, and it only helps everybody. All right, this one says 100/16 on it. So that's what we're working with right now. This is showing assembling the machine with the cabinet model, which is in fact what we have here. And so you can see the knee lever, I believe it's called, back here. And I don't have the motor plugged in yet because I'm going to be tinkering around in here, and I don't know what could happen. So I don't have it plugged in yet. I'll do that step when it comes. And this is the instruction for the carry case model, so that would have had the foot pedal, which is what I'm normally used to seeing. I'm not a big fan of the knee lever thing. I don't know why, I just don't think that would work very well, but I've never done it, so. All right, so this goes through selecting your correct needle and all that stuff. We already have a needle on here. I'm gonna go ahead and go with that for the moment. And then it gives you a little guide here on needle and thread sizes, because depending on what fabric you're doing will make a difference in the type of thread you use. You want your thread to be, to some degree, consistent with the same type of material that you are going to be sewing, so that it expands and moves, and the longevity of it is similar, or the wear on it is similar to the material that you're sewing. This goes through setting the needle. Select a needle of proper size for the material to be sewn. So the thinner, sheer material, the thinner, smaller needle you need. The heavier, thicker material, the bigger, heavier, thicker needle you need. Which I'm sure is what those numbers on these guys, I'm sure that has something to do with that, and I don't know what that means yet. Removing bobbin case and bobbin. Okay, so turn hand wheel towards you until needle bar is at its highest position. Okay, highest position. Now raise the hinged cover. I gotta take this off out of the way first, I think. Whoa! Oh, hot dog. Hot dog, there's something going on in there. Okay. Let me see if I can set the camera up so y'all can watch this too. Here is basically the bobbin holder. Removing the bobbin case and bobbin. So now we need the bobbin and the case and get it in there so we can thread this thing. So we can start this thing. You guys tell me, it looks, from what I can see, it looks to be in good condition. Let's find out. Grasp bobbin case latch and withdraw body. So if it was in there, we would just pull it out to remove the case, release the latch, and turn the case upside down. Okay, so here's that little piece where I had put the bobbin, I believe, in here. And then here's his house. Winding the bobbin. When your machine has been properly set up for winding the bobbin, it will look like the illustration right here. The sequence of steps for this operation is described and illustrated on the next page. Awesome, I was hoping for that. So free the needle bar by holding hand wheel and turning stop motion knob toward you 1/2. Oh God, give me the diagram back. See? That's why they include stuff like this. And this is what I meant too when I was reading it earlier. I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna remember all this. No way. So, all right. Free needle bar by holding the hand wheel. I guess I can put that down. And turning stop motion knob, which is that little silver knob on the side over here. There, that's what they're saying. They mean it. You literally, they actually do mean it. Hold this and turn it towards you. So what happened was I could feel it like unlock, okay, or loosen. Raise the bobbin wind cover. That's this. Okay. Bada bing, bada boom. We're in business so far. Swing bobbin winder so it rests against the wheel. The hell does that mean? Oh, they mean just pull it back. Oh my God, you guys. I probably shouldn't be making this video. Oh my gosh. Okay, now, shoot. Place a spool of thread on spool pin. Important. Wind bobbin with same size thread as upper threading. Oh gosh, I don't know. We're gonna guesstimate it. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, I think I found my one spool of thread, and because I hate to break that, I have a couple of these and I'd rather sell them. I mean, it's not broken. There isn't one on this side. I don't know how old this is, but I have a couple of them, and I like them because they look older, and it says sewing machine cotton. Best 6 cord, 200 yards, made in Great Britain, J&P Coats. I don't know. Anyways, so here's my other thread, and this bobbin thread's black, this one's blue, but they look to be pretty similar in width, diameter, size, whatever. So we're gonna slap that bad boy down on there, and then what do? Bring thread through 2 upper guides. Which way though? Okay, so it goes to this one and then this one. Okay. It doesn't tell you that in the instructions here though. It just says bring thread through 2 upper guides. And it shows you the picture right here, but like, I'm not sure which one was which, but if you look on here, then the full picture starts to come together, I guess. So that's cool. We'll make it work. We will figure this out. I will, anyway. I may not. I'm going to try to figure this out. So how do you thread it through? I don't know. No, buddy. Get out of my window right now, mister. Out of here. Okay, I think I got it. It seems to pull fine as I'm pulling it with my hand. I'm gonna say I'm doing it good. Or I'm doing okay. I don't know though. Okay, so now we go down here. Run thread across machine from left to right. So left to right, from left to right, and up between tension discs. Okay, so that's this down here. Yeah, tension disc, okay. Insert thread through any hole on the left side. Oh, it's teaching me to wind the bobbin. Oh, I get it. Well, what do you do if you already have thread on the bobbin? Hey! Go. So I've got my spool of thread here. It's up through the thread guides on the top. And then you draw it downward between tension disc from right to left. So right to left, right here. Okay. Okay, now it's in there. Okay. I feel like that's supposed to be there. Yeah. And hook it under the check spring. What the hell was the check spring? It was down here somewhere. Where'd my guide go? Okay. Oh, this was the check spring. Boom, boom, boom. Good thing I've got a guide. All right, I feel like I'm doing this kind of wonky. All right, so what did it tell me to do? Next, bring thread back down and hook it under the check spring. So we go in there again twice. Okay, so this is not looking right so far. Slip thread under and up into rear thread guide. Bring forward over the arm and through the front thread guide. Okay, then okay. Draw it downward between tension discs from right to left. Are they talking about this? No? Okay, so there's another little piece in here that I had to, this little squiggle looking spot, it had to go in there. Okay, that makes a little more sense then. So I was like, it's making me do the same step twice and I don't know what the point would be in that. Okay, so thread guide notch at the top of the tension dial, which that makes sense, that's where it's at. Okay, next bring the thread back down and hook it under the check spring. That is the check spring. Okay, so next okay. Between tension discs from right to left and around into the thread guide notch at the top of the tension dial. Next, bring the thread back down and hook under the check spring, then up through the large hook and put the end of the thread through hole in take-up lever from right to left. So this is supposed to go into it this way. Oh boy. This doesn't seem right. There's something amiss. Okay, I think I'm finally getting it. So it's through the guide, what they call that, guide notch at the top of the tension dial, then bring the thread back down and hook it under the check spring. And the check spring is this thin little spring here. So bring the thread back down and you hook it underneath the check spring. All right, and then up through the large hook, which this is the large hook. There we are. Now we're in there. Put end of thread through hole in the take-up lever from right to left. Right to left. Okay. Oh, it moves easy now. Oh, I think I got it. See? Y'all, it's been so many years, I don't even remember how to do this. And every machine, I'm sure, is slightly different, but they're probably all very similar too. So some of you guys out there are probably gritting your teeth or laughing your rears off right now. And I don't blame you. Have at it. Okay. Draw thread down through large hook. All right. Draw thread down through large hook, lower thread guide, and needle clamp guide. Okay, so this hook they're showing is down here, but which way do I want to go from right to left? So I'm guessing, I would think it would still go back, this would go back into here, right? I think so. Yeah, I think so. Okay, now we need to work on the bobbin. Replacing the bobbin. Bobbin in case. When bobbin has been wound in thread, which it is, it must be fitted properly into the bobbin case. Hold bobbin case in left hand with the slot in the edge of the case on top. Okay, I think that's that part. All right, right? I think so. Hold bobbin in the right hand with the thread on top leading from left to right. So we would want to go this way. Okay. Insert bobbin in case. Get out of my window. Go. Go, go, go. We're not yelling, especially at nothing. Insert bobbin in case and draw thread right there, okay? And up into slot in case. I think I'm in there. Fork-shaped opening of spring. Okay, so I think that's that, right? Fork-shaped opening of spring. Bobbin turns clockwise in case. Yes, it does. When the extended thread is pulled. Yes, it does. Okay, cool. That part's done. I guess we're properly fitted. Let's see. After threading the bobbin in case, we need to lift this back up. And we need to lift this back up. Okay. And we need to move this back out of the way. All right. So after threading the bobbin in the case, open bobbin case latch, grasping it in the left hand with bobbin case finger pointing up. Okay, so that's the finger pointing up. Okay. Okay, I tried to put it in backwards. Don't do that. It's a little tricky to get out. All right. So, I guess it's supposed to go this way because this thingy does something. Okay. So we have our bobbin in its case, threaded. When you pull, it does turn clockwise, okay? So then you grab your, what do they call this? The latch, bobbin case latch, which is this here. So you hold it by this and stick it down there on its little peg. There we go. And then let go of the lever. Okay, cool, we're good. Close that. Okay, cool. Raise the presser foot and it's up. Okay. Hold the needle thread. That would be this one. loosely in left hand, and turn wheel towards you. One complete turn with the right hand. It did nothing. Draw end of bobbin thread up through the hole in the needle. I don't understand. Okay, so I was having trouble. I had the spool thread all in here correctly, going fine. And then we've got the bobbin put in down here. And you're supposed to turn the handle towards you one turn. The needle goes down. It's supposed to pick up the bobbin thread. And it wasn't doing it. And I kept trying and trying and trying, and it wasn't working. So I called my mom and asked her to come over for a minute and see what I was doing wrong. And so, let me go get the dog. Go sit down for a minute, buddy. We'll get your dinner in a minute. It's Theodore's dinner time, so he was just outside and all the neighborhood dogs are barking. I don't know. I don't know if it's because the storm's moving in or what, but it's like a whole dog orchestra going on outside, and you know, he had to get in on it. So anyway, I'll finish up here and then get his dinner. So anyways, my mom came over, and I would have filmed it for you guys so you could see what I'm talking about, but she was in her pajamas and didn't want to be on camera, which is fine. So anyway, she comes over and she gives it a few spins, and it eventually does. It picks up the thread from the bobbin as it's supposed to. However, we attempted like a test piece to see how it was going to go, and it starts out like it goes a few times, and then it's like it's picking up more from the bobbin, so it starts tangling up. And I'm not sure why that is happening, but I thought, okay, well, we've gotten this far. I know that the machine works. The motor turns on. The needle goes up and down when you press the lever. I know all that. So that's all good news. But what's going on with the bobbin and that part, I don't know. Because, of course, once it started pulling up additional thread from the bobbin, then it like froze, and then it just goes, you know, and it stops working. So you detangle it, you start back over, and it's working again, but it does the same thing. So I'm not going to do it all again to show you guys. I figured I'd just tell you about it, and those of you out there that sew and stuff, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you have any idea of what I need to be looking at or investigate or try in order to maybe get it to cooperate correctly, yeah, drop some comments for me. That would be super helpful. But I'm happy to know that it does turn on. The motor turns on, it makes the needle go up and down. You know, that's probably the biggest part of the battle in my mind currently. Again, let me know if I'm wrong on that. Okay, you guys. So for the sewing machine, I'll probably here in the near future sit and work on trying to figure out what's going on with it. And again, any help from you guys would be greatly appreciated, and probably speed up my process of making a third video, hopefully of which I'm hoping to make a third video. Let's put it that way, where I can say, hey, look. Where I can say, hey, look, now it works. Awesome. Theodore's just dancing all around the house. So anyways, guys, I think that's it for this one. I just want to leave you with, again, I have my very first Niknax live sale tomorrow. And this entire jar full of jewelry. I have 8 or 9 sets in here. I have designer stuff. I have vintage stuff. I have stuff that I would imagine it looks vintage designer, but it's not marked. I have stuff in here that, I probably, there's a good handful or more items at least that I know individually list on eBay, and I don't care. I just shoved it all in here, and the sets, each set will start at $4. Don't care what it is. Don't care what name is on it. Doesn't matter. and everything else, it starts at $2. And that's what we're doing tomorrow. I think that's it for this one, guys, but I'll see you on the next one.